How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Shaun Attwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson on episode 3 of Code Red today, looking at the news and pulling apart the stories that the mainstream media just doesn't seem to want to get right ever. And tonight, it's all about Charlie Kirk again, because there's so many theories going around. There's so many people covering different aspects of, the sad case that is Charlie Kirk. I done an interview this week with Jesse on Fire. You'll be able to catch that on the Shaun Attwood channel. And make sure you guys jump across to my channel, ProjectROOQ. I'm on a mission to get to 20k subs, and I would appreciate it. All links are in the description. Now, Jesse put out a video today all about Erica Kirk's body language. I'm going to put the links to all the videos that I'm talking about in the description today as well. We also had the first appearance in court, I do believe. So I want to watch through this. It's 10 minutes long. And then we'll jump into some of the call-in factor. Now, my phone that I was going to use isn't working, which is frustrating. So it's just going to be a link, and you guys can come and join the panel. It's hard to believe anything at this point. I completely agree. So give me 1 second. We do this. Oh, my God. I've got this crazy tuft that my headphones caught on. There we go. Honestly, tufty heated man. Right, here we go.
To be identified that would likely be used in the state's case. This occurred in front of 2,000 to 3,000 students at Utah Valley University. So we're in the process of identifying those witnesses. And so those individuals are presently unknown right now. So we're looking for a little clarification from the court. And I suppose we're not going to make any arguments today, but there may be some follow-up pleadings that we may need to file.
Thank you.
I know how riveting this is.
Ms. Nestor, did you want to be heard about that issue?
No, Your Honor, we would defer to whatever the court wants to advise them on that.
All right, there's going to be a lot of talking here. We can watch that later too. I'm going to post a link. Anyone that wants to come up. Your webcam won't be shown, but people will be able to hear you. And I'll leave this playing as well. The topic tonight, like I say, is Charlie Kirk. So if you've got any points, anything that you've witnessed, let us know. We're going to be going through some points to do with coincidence, because it's getting a bit weird with the Charlie Kirk case and oddities and the whole music video with his wife and the 910, and then the snake eyes situation. It's just all so bizarre, and I'm not saying there's been a huge year-long plan to do anything, or multi-year plan where Hollywood's using Nicolas Cage as whatever, but it's weird. It's really weird. And for me, it gives me this is all simulation vibes, where is the video? One moment. Here it is. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, give me some likes and shares as well if you can, people. I would really appreciate that. So,
recent and tragic
human, this creator, he goes into so many of the points and the coincidences, and I just can't get over like the mathematical chances of it happening. It doesn't make any sense, but then it doesn't make any sense for it not to just be coincidence. These are the things that just scramble my brain to pieces. And there's a couple of parts in this. I mean, look at this. Executioner Tyler, September 10th. It could be the 19th. This guy delves into it really, really well and tries to be rational with it all, because it's easy for people to just spiral. And I mean, look at all the stuff The Simpsons has done. It's mad. It is mad. But yeah, it's the coincidences And then, of course, we've not really spoken about all of the security that were behind Charlie Kirk, the people that were around him making these odd hand gestures and all the rest of it. It's crazy. And once again, if you would like to come and have your say, please do so, because that is kind of the point of the entire show. My stomach is rumbling. So if you hear my stomach rumbling, I apologize. Read my previous post, Ron. Okay. Okay. Carla, who played the woman in the woman in white in Snake Eyes, in a 2025 movie called Heads of State. Her character is named No Way. All right. Okay. Krusty Sheets gets the gold star so far. So the movie is called Head of State. Okay. And then we want... Excuse me. Okay. Okay, there's the woman's name, like you said. That's a bit mad. I mean, how do we rationalize all this? Oh, my stomach is going mad. Like, how do we rationalize all this? What, like, where is it all sitting with you guys? Deanna Williams, it clearly shows. Oh, here's somebody coming to join us. Anthony, can you hear me?
Give me 1 second.
I will give you 1 second, no problem.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. Yeah, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming and joining us. What's your take on all this?
My take, personally, I think you kind of nailed it on the head. There are no, I don't believe in just chances. Simpsons prove that without a doubt. Masons, unfortunately, make their own reality and force us to live in the world that they ultimately control. I think it's super underreported with the relationship that Vance has with Palantir. And when you realize that, and then you start opening your eyes to the big digital ID push, UK's doing it. Trump just announced at the UN that they were going to do it. It all starts to fall into place. We were all told, we're warned of this. I started questioning who stood the most to gain, and the biggest person that stood the most to gain, in my opinion, is Vance. And that's either because Charlie A could have run for president, or B, exposed with the huge influence that he had, shown the relationship between Vance and Palantir. I think Charlie became the sacrificial lamb that they started kind of this push. You saw this huge divide. You know, the left hates the right and the right hates the left. And unfortunately, they, over the years, the left has created its own scapegoat or patsy, if you will. That happened, and you saw a huge percentage of the left cheer and joy, which then just added to the fire. And in my opinion, this is all going to lead, and Palantir and the government ID and all that is in place right now with Gotham, the different softwares that they run. I believe if you pay attention to Simpsons, they assassinate Trump. Simpsons has not been wrong. I believe Charlie was the tip of the spear with the sacrificial lambs. And if it's my opinion, I hope I'm wrong, but I think they're eventually going to do the same thing to Trump, making Simpsons 100% correct. And I think that will be the final thing that they have to use for government surveillance and to implement Palantir's Gotham software in all of the country and eventually all of the world. That's my take on it. We'll see if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it really,
Dude,
it
like,
lines up.
I really hope, like, that's like the thing of nightmares, what you just said there.
So between Snake Eyes, just everything that you named, they don't, the mathematical probability proves that all this isn't just happening, and they're fabricating the reality we live in, unfortunately. So biggest point to that is Christ is king. I'll get off here and let somebody else on here. Thank you for hearing what I had to say.
No
And
problem. Great points, Anthony. Thank you so much.
you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
You too, brother. All right. Great points from Anthony there. And I'd love to hear what the rest of you guys are thinking. So come and join me. Let me know. We'll be going for about an hour. So if you guys can like and share, help me push out my new little shows, I would really appreciate it. And I'd love to hear from more of you guys. I'm just sharing the link for you. And I will get the phone number working, I promise. And we'll be covering tomorrow on the Code Red Daily Show. We're covering how great a year for evil it's been, looking at all of the cabal's moves and the individuals that have suffered at the hands of it all. Hang on a second. So yeah, I want to hear from you guys. All right, 1 second. So I cannot get my head round when we start looking at the players and we look at the dates. So let's, for example, look at the music video with the 910. That's what's here, right? You could argue that the individual, Erica, could have been part of a ploy from that far back, and the target may not necessarily have been known to who she would be assigned to, if that is the case, if we're going full tinfoil hat here. Okay? You're welcome, Josie. I hope you all had a good day. It was just lucky that I freaking caught it on Discord. Now, 1 second. Jesse, I've not watched this video yet, but Erica Kirk body language analysis. Shocking video connects to Charlie's assassination 13 years later. So this is on your homework list, because I really think that we need to look at all the possibilities in this. Because when you look at the history of countries like America, the UK, all of these countries are quite happy to do nasty things to their own populations. Declassified documents prove that about the USA, and it's a scary narrative. Come and join me. Wingnet, the official narrative is off. I agree. And it could be difficult though, because information can be weaponized so that it's delivered in such a way that there's so much of it you don't know where to look for information. And we're starting to community dive into the David case, the rapper that was found with a 15-year-old dismembered girl in his Tesla. And we should maybe do a community narrative on this as well, so that we can focus down and kind of siphon through stuff and debate out what we really think is going on here. If that makes sense. Give me a second, sorry. Working, I can't check much. I find most body language breakdowns pretty useless. Yeah, see, Mike, it's not one of those things that I'm like, let's throw a whole bunch of weight behind. But it's always interesting just to have an open mind and look at these things, because there's been so many occasions where we've seen things play out on television or wherever, and then years later we find out some horrible fact that was staring us in the face. So it's worth going through it all. There is the link, though. Come and join me. Let's have a conversation. Ron's brain is dwindling today, sadly. Now, I think there's a lot of people covering the calibers, where the bullet came from, who shot, all the rest of it, and I can't get my head around the official narrative of the single shooter with the bolt action Mauser and all the rest of it. Is it possible? Sure, it is. Could 100% patsy, whatever you want to call it. But the videos where the people are breaking down, allegedly seeing the bullet fly through the air, the impacts, the way the body moves, all of that. That, I think, physics doesn't lie, right? I mean, that's the thing. We've got to accept this. And like, that's going to be my big focus, because I need to know where that bullet came from. What do you guys think? Like, has anybody invested any time into what they think about what the narrative is for where the bullet came from? What do you guys think? Let me know. Come and join me. Come and talk to me. Okay, Chuck, that's a wild card statement, but sure, why not? You're entitled to it. Okay. Olga, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Welcome to the show, Olga. Thank you so much for joining me. What is your take on all of this?
I was watching these two guys yesterday. They had a video and they were showing how the trajectory of the bullet and uh, didn't make any sense. And one of them was a military, a former military guy, and they were just talking about how the sound that the bullet made,
Yeah.
it sounded like it was from three rooms inside, and it was just so
Yeah,
mind
that's
blowing.
great. Yeah, the noise. That was one of the
Yeah.
first things I commented on, because there's certain things that give things away. Obviously, trajectory of the bullet, impact, but that noise of that round going off, that is the one thing that is, experts, and even, you don't even have to be an expert, just people who are in cultures that have a lot of firearms will know distinctively what an indoor and an outdoor shot sounds like, or even a caliber of weapon, what that sounds like.
Yeah, and the one guy was talking about how there's this sound of echoing that you can hear,
Yeah.
and that depending on the sound of that echo, it means how many rooms in depth they were in the building, and that he could tell by that the actual shooter was like one room deep inside a building, and that kind of shot is so impossible to take, that him with all his training and life, experience, and he was saying that he himself didn't think he could make that shot.
Well, you see, I'm of the team, right, that I think if you were to put a target 200 feet away and spend one afternoon with that rifle, you'd be able to make that shot. And I'm not counting in pressure, adrenaline, the situation, you're about to take somebody's life, any of that. But the actual practical skill set, I think, if we're talking about the guy on the rooftop narrative, sure, because anything else is, preordained by a government or a much more scary individual than Tyler. And we've got somebody else joining us as well.
Exactly.
One second. Joe, you there?
Hello.
How you doing? You're on with myself and Olga. So what's your take on all this?
I don't know whether. Oh,
Are you okay?
hello. Yes. Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what I think at this point.
Okay, good. Thanks for letting us know. I appreciate that. I appreciate you letting us know, Joe. But where are you gravitating to in the case? What is there anything that sticks out for you the most as being fishy?
So, so, so the
It's all right, Joe. What I'll do, I'll put you down in the green room. You have a little think about what you want to, what your point is, and I'll bring you back on. Olga, you still with us?
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else? Because the
Well,
point.
I know, you know, that it points towards if we don't want to accept, or it's difficult to accept the fact that this was just this one guy that had personal issues, you know, with Charlie or whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard, right, to accept that it's anything more than that. But the reality is that there were literally probably millions of people that had issues with Charlie. That had the same abilities as this guy, and um, the fact that there's questions and there's all these things that don't add up, and there's so many people, you know, that are saying in
Well,
common sense.
Well, what about the year we've had? I mean, we had Virginia Giuffre unalived. We have had the girl get on that train and be stabbed in the neck. We've had Charlie Kirk assassinated. We've had Ghislaine Maxwell freaking leaving the confines of her maximum security. It seems to be a year, and the Epstein files. Don't get me started on that. It seems to just be that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing about the Epstein files because it's just getting to be a lullaby at this point.
For me, everything is pointing towards the theory that blackmail runs the world and one particular nation is at the front of it all. Well, that's for another night.
Yeah.
But okay, any other points you want to bring up before I switcheroo and see if Joe has combobulated some thoughts?
Well, you know, in my mind, it just seems too simple for it to be this lone shooter.
Sure, I agree.
And the thought of it being a bigger conspiracy, as we don't like to use that word, but honestly, with everything you mentioned for this year, and you're talking, you know, you mentioned blackmail, the world is run with blackmail, and
Right.
it's all about governments having one up on another government, and who's leading what government and what skeletons they have. And the other thing you have to think about, though, is that the leaders, the world leaders, there's also a lot of, I don't want to use the word payback, but there's a lot of, let's say, political karma that.
A political mafiosas, I think, is probably a better way of putting it.
Yeah, you know, and there's debts that have to be paid because there's been severe, outrageous wrongs committed against political powers, and those wrongs have to be corrected because it's a show of power.
Yep.
And you know, and a show of who's really running the world.
100%. And it's interesting how what's been going on this year globally, war-wise, with who the America's involvement and the reaction of Trump during the course of that, especially on live television, was there's a lot of parts to delve into in all of this, and none of it is good. But if you want to come and join the show, please use the link in the side chat. Come and join me. I'm going to say goodbye to you, Olga, and thank you so much for being here. And we'll see if Joe has figured it out. Thanks, Olga. Joe, do you know what day of the week it is?
Yeah, hi. I think I had a problem because I was listening to you and then I didn't mute the channel, so there was a delay. And
I'm with you.
But yeah, it's Monday. So I was watching today some footage from a channel called Life is Driving, because I just wanted to look at some actual raw footage, because just to see whether there was any, interesting things.
Yeah, I'm with you.
To the right side of where Charlie was in the tent, where they were talking about like the Bushman potentially, but then it's actually higher up from that.
Okay.
On that roof. And I was watching that, and there definitely does look like there is something up there, because when I was watching it, there were points when you couldn't see anything. It was completely flush. And then other points you could see something. So I thought that was interesting, because that would be the angle, which, I mean, I'm not at all a professional expert at ballistics, but I've watched quite a few things from different people talking about it. And
all right, guys. Well, I came back and
and this is the thing, analyzing all of those different angles from people that were there, and it's how we piece all this together. And I think a lot of people have really heavily focused on that. Candace Owen is kicking some serious ass across the board with this. And she's one to keep an eye on, of course. Now, I do. Krusty's just sent me a message saying, play Jesse on Fire's latest video, just the first minute, Rode microphone bomb. Interesting. Let's have a little watch of this and see what Krusty is saying.
All right, guys. Well, I came back and I'm recording this after having done this entire video, because such an important thing happened at the very end that invalidates a lot of stuff I was personally speculating about throughout the entire video. So I'm just going to put this right at the front so you guys know what the punchline is, okay? So part of what we were looking at throughout this video is a very, very long post by someone who did a vector mapping analysis, and their, conclusion was that this was an explosion underneath his shirt versus a bullet strike. Okay, and this is just a guy. Now he sounds extremely credible in the post, but listen, like I went.
So for me, I just want to make everyone aware, like, how incredible a story is it that we've got a vector mapped image of a bomb going off and all this kind of stuff. Like that is the next part of the narrative version to me of an old man with trousers falling down being arrested after the shot was fired. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. Is it plausible after the pager attack scenario? Yes, 100%. 100%. But I can guarantee you that tactics of such an extreme laughability of their existence, such as exploding mics and all the rest of it, is another tactic used, because how quickly do we write off something because of how far-fetched it may sound? Let's continue.
Through this video kind of before I had seen what I'm going to show you in a second, saying there is one big gaping problem in the theory that it's an explosion under a shirt. I will wait and have you guys look at that, and you guys can respond to it yourselves. But when I saw this, okay, I did not know this level of, scrutiny had gone into it. Like they ran it through GROK AI and asked what the video shows as it relates to whether it's an explosion or a 30-06 bullet strike. And GROK says the radial patterns, assuming that's what you meant in this video, show omnidirectional energy spread more consistent with an explosion shockwave than a linear 30-06 bullet trajectory based on forensic imaging analysis.
I'm going to be honest. If we're going to have the discussion of was this a foreign national assassination, they ain't using any technology that we even know exists, just to be absolutely clear. But exploding mic, I would put 10% of my betting chips down on that being a possibility. Because it is a world where pagers can be planted and explode. So make sure you go and catch up with Jesse on Fire, his latest video, all the rest. Now, Joe, any other points before I throw this back to the wonderful audience?
One I watched yesterday. I'm sure you probably watched it, but Range Day Bro.
Yep, another channel.
Yeah, Yeah, he did a really good video, which made a lot of sense of the shirt and how that was coming up in different places. It just kind of made sense logically. But yeah, no, cool. Okay, it's my first time being
Well, look,
Corker.
I appreciate you coming on and giving your point of view. It's
Thank you.
all about discussions in the evening with you guys because you guys are awesome. So thanks so much for coming, Joe, and we'll probably speak to you again sometime. Thank you. Now, Sarah, you have, for some reason, are not showing up as someone I can put in. You may need to rejoin and come back in. There is the link. Please come and join me. Apparently, there's some background music built into this now. Hang on a second. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, come and join me, and it would be great to hear from more of you guys. Big shout out to everyone who has come and joined us this evening. I've got some questions. I've researched the hand sign guy, and he was not involved. He's called Frank Turek, and he was a second dad to Charlie. He gave him CPR in the car. Oh yeah, okay. Listen, that is wishful thinking right there. Okay. What are we to make of the post-shot video of the chair being thrown by security passing through a solid table and a security guy? Like, can we get a Discord link posted? And can you guys join the Discord so you can send me these links? Because, I've not seen that one. Check the guy in front row with a brown shirt and sunglasses. He triggers the explosion in his rod rappel might guaranteed. Interesting. There are footage of the two security guys, one sliding across the table, one shot looking as he's picking up a possible detonator. All right, wow, you guys are fully backing the explosion narrative. Okay. Yeah, sorry if the music's too loud. Just helps me concentrate when so there's no dead air. Helps me concentrate. And like I say, come and tell me what you guys are thinking. Come and join the show. Yeah, I want to see it. I'll. Hang on a second. Sarah is trying again. Are you there, Sarah?
Yeah, it's just echoing.
It's just echoing. How are we doing?
Just bear with me 1 minute. I'm just taking.
No bother.
Right, hi.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good. How are you? I mean, obviously, thanks for coming and joining us. And tell us what you think. Give us your take.
Well, there's a lot of speculation out there, to be fair. There's a lot of people are saying it's staged. A lot of people are saying it's all to do with there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. And me personally, it looks like it's some sort of setup. The microphone, it had like a strap, and his shirt comes forward, and on the actual videos that you can see that people are putting online, there's some sort of mechanism that sets it off. I don't believe it was the guy on the roof, because there's a video that I've actually seen, and it looks like it's pixelated of some sort, so it's out of sync. And as it is, there's actually underneath the college grounds, where he's presenting, there's loads of secret walkways and stuff, underground things. So there's all sorts. It's where it's positioned. I haven't quite looked into that, so obviously it's just something that's come up today.
Yeah, no, of course.
So it's just, it's bizarre. It just looks like it's staged.
How many of you are edging towards he's not even dead? Like, is anyone out there thinking that this was just?
I don't think he's dead. No, I've got this thing. I don't think he is. I think because he's basically a lot of connections with his past. He,
hang on, wait.
It's only my assumption.
Wait, what about? Let's go down a hero narrative here. What about if Trump intercepted a genuine attempt from a certain country to take out Charlie, and they
Yep.
did a massive fake assassination to get
Yep.
Charlie into hiding? I mean, obviously that's not what happened, but that would be a great movie, right?
Yeah, that would be exactly what. Yeah. It's it's quite mind-boggling, to say the least. And I mean, there's a lot of symbolism when
Yeah,
you
well,
look.
because it would explain if you know, if it was fake, it would be using what's called a squib, which is an exploding chest mount that does all the stuff in the movies. An interesting theory though, because you know the narrative doesn't fit. Nothing fits.
And when he's carried to the car, there's no blood anywhere. It's just all you see is this. Looks like something just squirting out of his neck piece on the campus, and then when they're taking it to his car, there's not one drop of blood.
That's. I mean, have you ever seen something? How quickly something can bleed out?
Yeah,
like,
I suppose.
I mean, you're talking once that your heart has nothing left to pump, there ain't no more blood going anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose it's just obviously what you see out there. It can be.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm just, that would be my first thought. But again, what the hell do I know? It's so bizarre.
But when she's looking at him in it looks like a mannequin's hand. It doesn't look like a real hand to me. Well, that's
it'll have makeup and things on the hand.
Oh, of course. That's what I'm saying. It just looks very suspicious to me.
It's all very sus, is what we're saying. And there seems to be years and years and years of backdated sus that we're now just just realizing.
Yeah,
you know?
I think some of us probably watch too many movies, so you just think, well, it looks like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Extracted, not assassinated. Definitely expect that to be the title of one of my lives this week, and I'm just saying thank you, Lucky, for that one. I'll steal that.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Sarah is actually joining the production team for my shows. I'm just telling everybody now. So
thank
you can expect to hear more of Sarah and her reporting on her findings on various topics throughout the week on Code Red. And, thank you for all the work that you do. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. I'm going now.
Right, no bother, Sarah. Appreciate you. You have a great night. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
All right, who's next? Who's next? Hang on a second. I need to see this. See, not. I know some of you hate the music, right? I'm sorry. It's Ron needs it. I'll try and find one that's less garbage. Crash bang sound analysis. Yep. No autopsy. That is weird because we were going over the David case today, and the autopsy is the reason why the guy hasn't been arrested yet, because it hasn't been done. Apparently, they don't know if you being found chopped up in a bag in a car leads to foul play. What? Even if someone dies of natural causes, even if they are chopped up after the natural causes, and you put them in a bag and then put them in your car, there has to be some law against that. Get my SoundCloud on, bro. It's free. Hell yeah. I mean, I probably can't figure that out right now. Oh, yeah, we'll do that for the future, mate. Oh, in fact, no, we can't because of the way StreamYard compresses sound. It's weird. Oh, no, we can't. No, yeah, it's honestly, I can do it on my channel. I use Streamlabs over there. Why is there music? Because Ron, when he's concentrating and there's no noise and it's completely dead air, I struggle. I really struggle. I'll turn it down a little bit though. But yeah, I really, really struggle when there's nothing going on. So when I'm reading the side chat, anyway, it's how my brain is put together. I apologize if you don't like it. I'll find an alternative, or I'll maybe get it so it's playing in my headphones and you can't hear it. Have you not heard of logic? Like the software or the thought process? What's this one like? I mean, these are all garbage. I'm sorry you're having to endure it all. Like, I'm sorry, but I will improve it. What are your thoughts on the whole thing, Ron? Look, Ron's thoughts on the whole thing are: how can we ignore the inconsistencies in the FBI's story? How can we ignore the absolute monstrosity of the way the Epstein case has been handled? Kash Patel is an absolute gomer. Like, how can you sit there in court as the head of the FBI and say that you've not seen all the Epstein files? Like, what? I don't trust any of it. I'll be honest with you, seeing Trump and the way that he's been, I'm putting 30% of my chips on Charlie Kirk saved from assassination plot. And it's a crazy bet, but that's the only one that makes sense without this getting real crazy. It's already crazy thinking that though, right? You know, and if we say it was something to do with someone in America, right? It was one of the political parties in America. If you want to talk evil genius side of things, one side definitely benefits more than the other. You know? And I think you all know which side I'm talking about. If I miss any of your questions, just please resend them. Valhalla is a treat in New Zealand. Tyler Robinson was stood in front of a picture. Shut up. Like, if that's real, I'm done with this. The Hadron Collider completely ruined the world. Yeah, comparing hands with old photos with a coffin one, that's a good idea too. But again, don't think that's the avenue to go down. You've seen the scene where he walks around and walks on the ring. People standing together with just, oh, okay, right, wait. It might be in here, you see. But no, I've not. I don't think I've seen the part you're talking about. But it's bonkers that there's even a discussion about a Nicolas Cage movie from that far back. The FBI released a pic of it. Ron, do you think that Robinson is Taylor and has a different gait to the gunning, the photo? Yo, you need to come. We need to get Discord links. People need to be on Discord. You guys need to be part of this and show me what you're talking about. If you don't mind, because 10 brains are better than one for sure. I'm just going through your questions, guys. Oh, sorry. Right. So, Crispy Bacon, the FBI released the pic of him outside that place in New Zealand. Right. That's all finally clicked in my brain. Yeah, we'll get that. So, I'm going to just open Discord because people will be doing their thing. Again, I'm sorry about the elevator music. All right. All right, Erica Kirk rabbit hole just keeps going. This is Select go channel. Okay, so here's another video someone's just posted.
As the trigger man is seen activating a remote detonator perfectly synchronized with the explosion.
Whoa.
Literally at the exact same time as the gunshot noise. So this pretty much convinced me that this theory.
All right, right here, somebody says another repeat. No.
Oh, hang on, turn the music off.
I know we've talked about this before, but there's something we have to look at. Now, we've all seen this armed gun person, right? And I just missed it because why in the world would somebody have something in his sleeve? Like if there was a trigger to, you know, a detonator in this situation that actually made something pop in Charlie Kirk's neck, it wouldn't be on your sleeve, right? So I dismissed it.
Listen, why in the hell would they have someone pushing a button? Like they would just use a satellite or something, right? I mean, if we're talking about, you know, certain other governments, surely we're past the stage of man with button. Or maybe this is all just part of the grand plan to just keep us all guessing, you know?
But as I look at more footage, because I have all the footage, I have footage beforehand, I have footage during, I have footage after.
Do you think this guy's got a sponsor?
All right. So I have all of the footage, all footage I have. One thing I seen was
also big shout out to Nathalie for posting this.
Guy with the little thing on his arm is in the crowd.
All right, we get it. The guy with the little thing on his arm. Like, I just think if we're going into the realm of exploding mics and all the rest of it, was the only other attack like that was the pager attack by, you know, Israel. They didn't have little dudes standing outside pushing a button. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. You know? So I just don't see well, I mean, maybe I'm being completely ridiculous. Maybe there's some hardcore left-wing former special forces dudes that could put all this kit together, and it could be homegrown terrorists thing, whatever. I don't know. The expansion of Charlie Kirk's neck points to a bullet, but the movements of his shirt to an explosion. The handgun theory doesn't fit the sound of the shot. Thank you. Yes, I agree with everything you're saying. Right? Like it's really it's super fishy. It really is. But ask yourself, was it ever not going to be super fishy? Are we just so conditioned to stare at things long enough that we find holes in things? Because sometimes I think that, but I don't feel like this is one of those times. So, lucky. See, here's another thing, right? So, like, blood pack was on the back of the table. I mean, why? Why? I just don't think that they would leave something out like that. Do you know what I mean? It's all just so confusing. So, and again, I was just about to say we should focus on the gun noise, the sound of the gun made. But, you know, like you say, the chest moves like an explosion, the neck moves like a bullet. Is there, have we ruled, it's like an exit and an entry wound yet? Because as far as I know, it's just one hole, right? Which just seems mental to me. And I'm not a big firearm guy, you know what I'm saying? But I've watched a lot of Discovery, and a lot of Americans living in Alaska shooting stuff. And I learned that hollow point bullets are designed to explode inside you so that they do not go through you. So if somebody robs your house, you don't end up shooting your Aunt Shirley through the dry wall or whatever it's called. Whereas hunting bullets are different. They are designed to go through. And a human neck is like nothing. It's just nothing. It's like it's compared to a deer. Mad. They're all tied together. Mormons, government, bishops. They have a secret meeting. Just men and women have absolutely no idea what's going on. Listen, do you know what, Whitney? I watched something on Netflix. What was it called? What was it called? Primeval, American Primeval. And the Mormons, after seeing that, I agree. They could be up to some stuff. All right, they could be up to some stuff. Uh, 100%. Ron, you're welcome. He shows us other people on the scene. Ron makes a sign. Do you know what I think we should do? And this is going to sound really silly. We should just make a big list of all the oddities. Man standing at the side does this. Man standing at the side does that. And just look at it all and see if it tells us anything. Ron's data processing ways are... I got to see it. Because it can't get ridiculous, right? It can't get ridiculous. And then if it is ridiculous, we need to look at it from the different points of view of lone gunmen, American political assassination, foreign political assassination, and Trump saving him from assassination. And then look and see where all the data matches up with stuff, because I'm really sorry, but it's not exactly like he was a hard target. You know, he sat open in front of everybody in these huge open spaces. You know, and looking at the scene from the job point of view, and knowing how the internet is and knowing how many phones are going to be there, the argument could have been in that meeting room that, hey, if we just give them too many things to debunk, it'll keep them running in circles. I could totally believe that. There was a man whose trousers fell down and now he's been caught with child stuff on his phone and no one can talk to him. What, mate? Where's the trans roommate? Where's his Discord server people? What's going on? You see what I mean? Yeah, Donata, that's, 100%. 100%. That was my day one theory. Some people think that the entry wound was from behind the neck. That's what I was thinking. With the muzzle flash that looks like it's in the room up and above. You know what I mean? But again, mental that would be the official tactic. You know what I'm saying? It's all mental. So we've got about 10 more minutes, and then I need to go and eat. My stomach has been going crazy, and I don't think I've eaten today. So I'm going to have some food. But we'll be back tomorrow night again. So make sure you guys join the Discord. Have we got any mods posting the Discord link? Like, has the Discord link been getting posted? I'm scrolling back through here, mods. I don't think they have. If you can post a Discord mod, come and join us, because I really want to build the Code Red show format around as much of your guys' opinions as we possibly can, and collectively going through the theories and trying to collectively come up with something instead of just sitting here going, duh. So yeah. Now, I just think there's more than 100%, Debs. 100%. Right, we have got Lucky. You there? Can you hear me, Lucky?
Again, so make sure you guys join the Discord. If you got any more,
I'll just wait for you to pause the background, brother. How are you cooking today, G? How are you?
No problem.
What's your take? Are you there?
Am I in the
Lucky?
show now? What's up?
Yeah, you're there, mate. People can hear you.
Yeah. Do I have an echo on my mic or something?
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm good.
I'm not. I can't hear your end. So I'm gonna say. Let me just check the. No, there shouldn't be any. There shouldn't be any. Shouldn't be any. Nothing from my end, anyway. So, what's your take on it, brother? What's your take?
Right, it should be good. Got some interference, I think.
Okay, well, look, listen, Ron has got this thing called ADHD. And when people come on his show and they're not ready for it, it feels like a hot iron is being pressed into the front of my head. And I love you guys. Lucky, you're back.
Yeah, that's much better. You see, just
Wicked.
give it some time.
Yeah,
because you know what's going on. They're trying to keep us so disconnected whilst trying to keep us in the illusion of being connected. But it seems like the more we stay connected, the AI system is crashing out, bro.
Yeah.
So
listen,
I would even say, don't even self-censor, bro. Fuck them.
Well, yeah, I just it's my job. It's terms and conditions of my job. Do you know what I mean? Got to watch what I'm saying over here.
Well, I guess they don't really care about the T's and C's themselves. It's
No, I know
the
that.
rules for
But
them,
you know what?
not
Do you know what?
me.
I care about my rent and not being homeless because I can't do anything if I'm homeless.
True. But I think us brokers should start sticking together. I'm so over paywalls and all of that shit. Yo, I would hump every brick out of that wall for some shekels, bro. But
Yeah.
fuck it.
If all of you can follow my links to all of my paywalls and sign up to them, that would be awesome. Please, that'd be great. Support Ron; he's awesome. Now, listen, Lucky. Before we end the show, give us.
I appreciate it.
Give us some closing statements here on this.
It's obvious, brother. It's obvious. But it's not all the Jews. I'm not a Nazi or a Jew hater or anything. Quite the contrary. Look, I live in South Africa. I'm a born free. I'm a white South African. And I'm not agreeing with any of this shit still going on, even.
Yeah.
We have a fucking green fire in our country too, bro. And everyone is having the same issue. Division.
Okay. Yeah. Well, look.
We're not that different.
Balvider. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with that nation you just mentioned. It is very confusing. And I think we need to make that list. Come and join the Discord. Lucky, it's great to see you again, mate. Thank you for coming and joining us. Sorry we're so late at the end of the show. Come and join a little earlier next time with your mic fixed, my G, and we'll hear you more points of view. Now, everybody, thank you for being here. This is just night one of these new shows. I want to keep it to a nice tight hour. We'll be back tomorrow night talking about Charlie Kirk. The daily show on Shaun's channel, Code Red, will be delving into all of the heinous evil that seems to be one-upping itself over this year. And then we will be over on my channel delving into more of the silent invasion that seems to be taking place across the world. Then we're back talking about Charlie Kirk. Now, Wednesday, we're going to delve back into the David case on the Code Red Daily Show, and I will keep you posted on the rest of the week. I'm going to be posting that tomorrow. And I just want to say thank you all for coming and being part of this and supporting me, and I really appreciate all of you. So please like and share. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you little rascals tomorrow. Thanks so much.